Coming up in today's Battle Report.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. So, I've got Seb here today, finally back on the channel. Now we can have a few more people. And we've got quite a clash today, as we've actually got sisters, thanks to Matt from Warpstorm. He's lent us his army plus a bit of Seb's.
Yeah, plus my bits that just fill it out.
Yeah.
I think it's quite fun. It's all the sort of older stuff. We don't have the newer stuff with the codex, but it's all
still going to be a great game. I've brought Necrons, so I have got the big boy himself, the Silent King. So I thought if I'm going to go up against sisters, they're a bit powerful.
Yeah.
Bring something a bit meaty myself, and a couple of other things that don't really get tabletop showings. So
we both got a centerpiece model. I've brought the Saint Catherine, and you've got the King, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and maybe they'll meet in the middle and have a bit of fisticuffs.
I hope not for the sisters' sake.
Cool. So we'll be back in a second with our main list and what we've got today, so we'll see you guys in a sec. Okay guys, so this is my 1997 points worth of Necrons. So a main HQ that is running up the Supreme Command is the Silent King himself. He will be running his own Warlord trait, which is the Triarch's Will. So that just allows me to use the extra protocols. And then leading up the battalion, I have a Overlord with a Warscythe and Resurrection Orb. His relic is also the Veil of Darkness. And the second HQ choice is the Royal Warden. He is just as he comes, there's no extra bits on himself. And then moving into my troops choices, I have two 10-man squads with the Gauss Flayers. And then I have one 10-man squad running with the Gauss Reaper, the short-range one. And then moving into my elites, I have brought today the Nightbringer himself, so the big scary dude, and 9 Lich Guard with the shields and swords. We have got one that is being proxied, but he will be the first one to die. And then making up the rest of my elites, I have 2 Crypto Thralls. And then moving into my fast attack, I have 2 separate 3 squads of Scarabs, which are just great for backfield or even moving up the field and capping. And then I have a good old Doom Scythe. I don't see much of these running around, so I thought it'd be cool to bring one, as I haven't used Necrons that much, so it'd be cool to test out a few bits. So that is my list for today. So we'll be coming back with Seb's list in just a second.
So this is my Sisters of Battle army for today, made up of the purple sisters of our friend Matt and my Repentia Detachment sort of units that I've painted up recently to complement them. Today I'm going to run this as a brigade, and we can start with the HQs. So in the front here I've got a Canoness on the left. This is going to be my Warlord, and I've given her as many upgrades as I can, basically, to make her into a sort of a combat monster the best I can. She's got the Word of the Emperor 40-point upgrade, which turns her into a Judicia, and she can use Miracle Dice to turn off people's invulnerable saves. She's got the Blade of St. Eleanor upgrade for the Blessed Blade to make her really meaty in combat, and she has the Warlord trait called Righteous Rage to give her rerolls hit and wound in combat, and she's got her basic reroll 1s aura as well. Then next to her, I've got the new Palatine model. She has the reroll 1s to wound aura, and I have given her the Warlord trait that allows her to Indomitable Belief, that gives out a 4+, +1 to the invulnerable saves nearby to a maximum of 4+. And then I've given her the Relic, Book of St. Lucius, to increase both those auras to range 9. Behind the pair of them, I have the Procession here in all of its glory. The Triumphant St. Catherine, no upgrades at all there, 220 points, absolute badassery, 6 relics on that model, all of the order abilities active all the time. Absolutely nasty. Then, because this is a brigade, I've got 3 of everything and 6 troops. So I've got some Retributors here. The banners standing in for Singing Necrons today. On this side, I've got 3 more heavy supports. These are bare bones, basic Penitent engines. In elites, I have 3 4-man sister squads Repentia. Behind them, I have 3 fast attack choice basic Zephyrim units. Dedicated transport, I have the Immolator there with some heavy bolters on it, and a pair of Rhinos that will be carrying my Dominion units. The Dominion have multiple flamers, and then I have 6 troop squads in total, all spread out across here to bring out the the brigade to its full strength. And I'll be playing Bloody Rose today for that extra combat punch with all of these models. There we go. Back with the mission, and we'll crack on in a moment.
Today's game is Retrieval Mission from the Grand Tournament 2021 Strike Force Mission Pack. The Adepta Sororitas have chosen Stranglehold, Raise the Banners High, and Leap of Faith for their secondaries. The Necrons have chosen Retrieve Octario's Data, which replaces the old Deploy Scramblers, Grind them down, and engage on all fronts.
Cool. So that is deployment done. I chose to be the defender after I won the roll-off. So I've decided to deploy first. So I've gone for a very high line. Feeling a bit aggressive today for Necrons. Not put anything in deep strike, just because there was no real point. Because I'm just going to go all out. And because I'm going to have to against sisters, because they're quite scary. So we'll have to see what happens. So with Seb's deployment, it doesn't actually look like he has much on the board.
That is because there is a lot in the Rhinos here, and there's an Immolator ID in the back here on this side, with some guys in as well. So the Immolator's got my Canoness and some sisters. The Rhinos have got some Dominion and Redemptor in both. That's going to give me access to a 6-inch pre-game move with these 2 guys, once I know who's going first. Got some sisters just holding the corner, make sure I don't get deep struck on. This is really where I bunkered up. But then I've got Zephyrim in deep strike, because they get to do that. And I've got my Penitent engines outflanking, 1 CP for all 3 of those separate units to do that.
Ooh.
So are you ready to
Yeah.
get the first turn then, Tom?
Definitely ready. See who's going to go first.
Or 2.
I got a 3.
Okay, so you're taking the first turn.
Yep.
I'll just quickly move these Rhinos now, and then you can get
we'll
started.
come back after my movement phase. Okay, so that's the end of my movement phase. I've put my will be done on the short range guys here, and then from the Overlord, because I didn't have a second unit, I went for the guys that are back here, so they have my will be done as well. In terms of my protocols, I have the Internal Guardian active, which I've decided to take the first one on, which gives me the benefit of light cover, because I took it with the thought I might be going second, because I know what my dice rolls are like against Seb, and they can be absolutely horrific. So I did put it on Silent...
It's anyone who hasn't moved.
Yeah, anyone who hasn't moved. So Silent King and this unit back here have got it, because they haven't moved.
They'll only get it if they're within range of a character. Yep,
so which Royal Warden is with them as well. In terms of everything else, all I've done is moved up and made sure I'm holding this point and holding that point, and I'm still holding the one back here as well. The Warscythe has rocked up here, so he's able to get a shot on these Rhinos, and the same with Silent King. We've measured it out, he can see the Rhinos as well with his 5G pylons. So we'll be taking a pot shot probably. That'll be my only shooting. So what we'll do, we'll grab dice in a second and we'll come back with my shooting phase. Cool, so I've double checked everything. With the Silent King, only 1 pylon can actually see a Rhino. So I will take the shot at the Rhino at the front. And then I will put the Doom Scythe into the same Rhino at the front, just because I'm going to try and get rid of one this turn.
Okay, we start with the pylon. The Silent King's out of range with his other guns. The guys have some spears and stuff. But because you're targeting the front Rhino, I'm going to spend 1 command point for smoke launchers.
Cool.
So -1 to hit.
Yeah, so start with, so it will be for the pylon, it is 3s to hit. Here's the smoke launcher. So of course hits.
And strength 12, toughness 7, 3s.
So 3s. Oh.
That is 6 damage if that gets through, and it's AP -4, so no save.
So, yeah.
Except for my invulnerable.
Yep. So I rolled a 1 anyway.
Are you going to fail on that?
No, because I've got 15 CP. I'm going to re-roll it.
I thought you might.
So I'm now down. So that's a 6.
Okay, so AP -4 means that just my invulnerable save. And failed that. I'll try and roll in the try next time.
So that's 6 damage.
6 damage on the Rhino.
And then from the Doom Scythe, we're going to go with his main weapon first, which is the Heavy Death Ray, which is like out of a sci-fi book.
So this is going to hit me on 4s because of the smoke launchers.
Yep.
So it's 3 shots.
So grab an extra die.
Oh, no hits on that. Smoke launcher's coming in clutch.
Damn.
And then he's also got Tesla. Are you firing at the same target?
Yes. So
try and make sure this Rhino dies.
heavy 10.
It's going to be 10 shots.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 hitting on 4s.
4s because of the smoke?
Yeah. A couple of good ones.
Well, I mean, 4 out of 10, not bad, Tom.
Not bad. And then 4s to wound.
Yeah, strength 7, toughness 7. 4, that's 2.
2.
There's no AP on this, so just my regular 3-up save. Oh. I don't know how that happened. Okay then, and I think we forgot Tesla on that, but...
yeah, well, we'll...
roll 2 more shots. I think you probably got 1 6 in there. So these are to wound, 1 wound, and then 1 more save. Which I also felt. 222? Okay, sure. So that's a total of 9 damage, assuming we got the Tesla right. I hope we did. So that Rhino is still alive.
Just.
You got some small arms fire from the Necrons over there? We'll double check if they can see.
Well, yeah, we'll double check, so we'll...
See if you can take the last few wounds off the Rhino.
Yeah, so we'll have a look at that in a second, so we'll be back in just a minute.
So, turn 1, Sisters of Battle. A few things that we did off camera beginning of the first battle round. You can see some miracle dice I've got up there. I got 1 for being Sisters at the beginning of the battle round, and 1 for the Triumph of St. Catherine, or a 3 and a 5. The 5 is going to be useful for damage. 3 might be quite useful for damage as well, just to guarantee that I can get the damage through that I want. Alright, so what happened in the movement phase? Well, with the Rhino that was only on 1 wound, everybody got out. So we busted forward as far as we could with the multi-melters. They are in range of the Silent King, and we got out the full squad of Flamers. We're going to try and deal with some of these Lich Guard this turn, see if we can hurt them. Probably use some strats to get maximum shots, that'll be nasty. And then, of course, the Rhino there is now empty. But the Rhino behind it, the Sisters here with the multi-melter disembarked, they're going to be in range to deal with the Flyer. Hopefully, I'll be able to deal with 2 of Tom's big threats there. But before it set off, some of the Repentia from the building jumped into it, and that is going to be a theme. In the middle here, we moved up. I've got my reroll auras there and giving out the 5-up invulnerable save from her core units. Over here, these ladies disembarked, and they got replaced with 4 Repentia, but the Canoness is still in there. Not getting the reroll 1s bubble maybe where I need it, which is here, but instead I'm sending her off like a missile, see if she can go kill something. Funny if she fought Nightbringer. Be a good laugh. And then besides that, we just moved up infantry. Tom still has Veil of Darkness. He can get in behind me, and I still have Deep Strikers for next turn. So we're going to come back with shooting, probably do the multi-melters, we'll do the flamers, and then I'll fire the bolters and heavy bolters off camera. Okay, so I fired some heavy bolters and stuff off camera. I've left some of the bolt guns in case I need them later on and take the last few wounds off things. But we're going to start with the Sister Squad that moved up here. Hopefully they can move block these guys, but before that I'm hoping to kill some guys. So I'm going to do maximum flamer shots with one of their stratagems. So select them, cost 2 command points, they fire all 24 shots. And then the sergeant of the squad will fire a crack grenade at the Catan. Why not, right? So let's start with the flamers. They hit automatically and they're strength 5, so I'm going to wound Lich Guard on 4s. That was better than all my other rolls. You should have seen the number of 2s I got off camera for the heavy bolters. So that is safe for you to make. So would you like to roll these dice?
Yes.
Here we go. I didn't even count them. But Lich Guard get a 2-up save when they have shields. And so I killed 2. 2 wounds, which is killed 1. Okay, so roll for reanimation protocols. Got 2 wounds, so you roll 2 dice. And double 1, so he's not coming back, he's very dead. You roll 2 5-ups there. Right, we're going to do some multi-melt shooting next. We're going to start here with this squad, and we're going to fire at the Silent King. And we're going to shoot everything into him. We're just going to fire it all. So there are 3 multi-melters in the squad, and then I've got 2 cherubs. So we're going to start with the regular multi-melters. They move and they're firing heavy weapons, so just 4 hits. Just 4. And I think he's toughness 7, right? The big guy?
Yes.
2 wounds. Vulnerable saves, 4 up. And you pass 1, fail 1.
I'm actually going to CP 1.
Okay.
Just because I have so many CP.
And you pass.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to fire the both the cherubs off, firing 2 more. 3 more hits. This is also into him. Just see if I can bring down at least one of those. It's 2 more invulnerable saves. See if I can bring down at least one of the pylons. You pass both, so
That's what I needed.
no damage from them.
Good use of a CP there.
Yeah, I think so. I'd have probably turned it into the 5 damage with the
Yeah.
with the miracle dice, and I'd have taken out
Auto
pylon.
killed one.
Next up, we're going to fire these guys. As you can maybe see, the sergeants in both squads have combi bolters, combi flamers. So that means I can use the stratagem if I fire flamer, bolter, and melter at the same target. So this squad are in fact going to shoot the airplane, and they're going to use everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the multi-melters. Again, 6 shots from them.
So he has -1 to hit.
Absolutely, but I've moved the heavy weapon, so I'm already -1. So I'm hitting you on
Perfect.
forwards. Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Maybe I should have saved my CP for that.
No, I mean he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
And then what did I roll outside of there? 3.
3.
So it's 3 wounds on him. It's -4, so no save for the flyer. And these are damage D6 +2. Just thinking about spending one of these miracle dice.
He does have 12 wounds.
He does have 12 wounds, so I need to roll 6 +1 because I'm got the +2. I won't spend a miracle dice. I'd like to save them. I'd like to do some later on.
Okay.
I have to use 2 in a turn for my secondary objective, so won't be using I could use a second one. What's the 5? What am I going to use the 5 for if I use a 3 now? It'll only score 1 point. I'll wait on that, and I'll just do this is just the damage then. Oh, I didn't need it.
No, didn't need it.
So he's absolutely smashed him. Doesn't explode.
No.
Didn't even need the flamers. I definitely didn't need the strat. Huge waste. That was insane. Okay. Going to do some more bolt guns and stuff off camera. I think I'm in range with the bolt guns into warriors and stuff. I'll just do that, and then we'll come back. No charge phase, I don't think, this turn. Just to mention, I did raise the banners here and here.
Yep, and I
Probably should have moved
did
some guys up and raised here.
scramblers down here on the crypto thralls. I forgot to mention in my
Which
turn.
isn't called scramblers anymore, but yeah.
No, yeah, it's the Oculus.
Data something.
Yeah.
Okay, that went.
You killed a flyer.
Yeah, and 1 Lich Guard. I wanted to really kill some more
Yeah.
Lich Guard.
And that was a good turn. So we'll be back in just a second. Alright, so that's the end of my movement phase. So what we've done, so at the beginning, my will will be done, and Silent King onto these guys, and then the Overlord onto this squad over here. So they have moved over so they can scramble, but with my current protocol of the sudden storm, I am able to perform an action and still shoot. So they are able to scramble and shoot if like the unit in here doesn't die. In terms of everything else, it's just moved up. The Lich Guard have moved themselves into the building. So So I'm going to try and clear this out because they are a pain in my side with those flamers. Especially if Seb decides to spend more CP and make them hurt. Over here, they've just conga lined out so they can shoot the sisters. And the Voidbringer's run out here because he's going to probably go and try and punch a tank because he's angry. But starting with his Satan power, I am going to go with his own power, which is Gaze of Death, which is the nearest visible unit, which is this unit here. So with that one, all I have to do is roll 3 dice, and then each 4+, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. So first one.
Sure, 3 at once.
Yeah. That was cocked.
Yeah. So it's 2 to 3 mortal wounds.
Yeah, 2 D3 mortal wounds.
And that's 5. So that's
Right.
squad.
Ah.
So they move blocked, and now you don't have a charge target. So
No.
well, no. There's some units on the other side you can still charge. It's even worse somehow.
So yeah, well, so that was pretty decent. Him, he glared at them, and that was it. So going into shooting, what I'll do, I will do the Silent King. So where he's moved up, his 5G pylons can cap the other Rhino. So I am going to go for that. Do I?
Are we going to start shooting now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll start shooting. Cause,
Smoke launchers.
cool, I thought you were going to do that. So we'll do the 2 pylons. So hitting on 3s. It's a 6 and a 2. I am going to CP the 2 because that's 12 damage, it will kill it. So it hits on a 4.
Yep.
Then wounding it on
3.
Threes.
3 because it's strength 12.
so 1 wound.
Wound, 6 up invulnerable save.
Nope. So 6 damage.
Yep.
Then in terms of other big guns, I haven't really got anything else big, so it will just be small arms fire. So we'll quickly do small arms fire, then we'll come back with charges because there is going to be some fun charges coming up. So we'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I do apologise if you can hear any beeping. They're currently just unloading a lorry outside, so I do apologise if you can hear that. In terms of shooting phase, maybe we should have recorded it. Yeah, there's a gap over here now. Where
There's a bunch of dead sisters, they all died.
yeah, Silent King, like, his big gun didn't do much over here, but his really small gun got rid of the 1 Rhino, and then his other gun just didn't really do much, just tickled the squad back here. And then these guys absolutely annihilated the 5-man squad here.
Which I was unsurprised by. They got very powerful guns. And then over here you did just 2.
Yeah, just 2 wounds, so I got rid of a couple over here. So we are going to charges now.
Who are you going to start with, Tom?
I'm going to go with the big dude.
What's the big dude going to charge?
He's going to go into an Annihilator, knowing that there is a Canoness waiting inside of it, wanting to come out and play fight.
There's also 4 Repentia in that right now.
Yeah, I think he's got this.
I think you're probably right.
I think somehow something tells me the Reaper has got this. So going for the charge.
I'm not overwatching, by the way.
Okay, that's good. Kind of happy about that.
6.
6.
I think you might have to re-roll that.
I might have to re-roll that. I don't think that is in then.
No, 6 makes you within 1 inch, so...
Cool. So he is in now. I was potentially going to charge these guys in through the building into the sisters if there was any left over here, but there isn't, so they're just going to...
No, because you killed them.
Yeah, they're just going to hold this. Cool, and then go into combat with the Nightbringer.
Okay, we'll be back in a second.
Cool. Cool, so we just looked it up. So I'm going to go with the Entropic Blow, which gives him the ×2 -4 d6 damage. And
Annihilator's probably going to die.
yeah, and with the Nightbringer special ability, you don't get to use your
Invulnerable save.
invulnerable save. So it does give me a little bit of a...
So you just need to try and do 11 damage. So
Yeah.
you're going to hit on 2s, 6 attacks?
Yeah, 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. 2 misses, though.
It's about right for you.
Yeah. Then he has strength 14. So 2s. Yeah, they all go through. They are
-4, so
Yeah.
that's no save.
no save.
And
And
it's d6 damage.
okay.
Just need to roll 11 there.
Which I definitely didn't do.
No, that's 10.
It's 10, so it's a live. I'm going to re-roll one.
That's a good idea. Use a CP.
Yeah.
That's it dead.
Just.
Yeah, you couldn't have got much closer than that. So
No.
if you want to explode, I'd really like to.
I know you would, so you can do some.
I'll do a couple more wounds for my sisters, I don't care, but I'd like to do some damage to you in your turn. That'd be lovely if I could. The opposite of an explosion. So,
That's what I wanted.
I will disembark some models. I've got 5 in there. Just going to double check they don't die now. No one from inside dies.
Shame.
And then I'll try and deploy them so that they're not within range for me to consolidate into them. And then
Yes.
that's it for combat.
Yeah, so
And
that's
we'll
the
come back-
end of my turn, so we'll come back after Seb's movement phase.
Okay, so we didn't mention in Tom's turn, but we had some morale to do. So I used a 3 on these ladies' morale, and I wasted one of my 2s on the over here with my miracle dice, which was 2 miracle dice for the turn, which gets me 2 points on my secondary. We haven't talked about secondaries or primaries very much, but Tom got 10 points on his primary, and I'm going to get 10 points on my primary, just because we don't hold more. We just both hold 3 at the moment. It's a bit stalematey. This is where these ladies disembarked, and Nightbringer came swooping in. I'm not sure what my plan here is. Only being able to do the 3 damage at a time and not having done anything yet is an issue. We might have to bring some multi-melter sisters up to deal with this, but they'll still only do 3 damage, so it's a tough call to make. Besides that, I've just got a 5 and a 6 left on my miracle dice. If I use those both this turn, that'll be another point on my secondary. And I do like using 5s and 6s for damage. That will be very nice. Or I could make an absolutely insane charge with that. That is a possibility. That is a guaranteed 12 with 1 unit right now. So maybe I should have been more aggressive with the Canoness, but we'll see. I'm going to do my movement phase now. Probably need to hide a couple of units. And I've got a bunch of deep strikers to do, so we'll be back in a minute. Turn 2 movement phase for the sisters complete, and we've done some reinforcing. So moved up some Repentia here, moved up some warriors. Canoness got ballsy. She's within 12 inches of the Lich Guard for an insane 12-inch charge that we're going to do in a minute. Brought up some sisters and some Repentia from in the building here. This has stayed still at the moment. I want to hold on to it. The miracle dice might come in useful. Just keep it alive for now. Still defending against being deep struck on. Brought some Penitent engines on here in the background. Within 9 of the Nightbringer here. Hopefully one of them will make it in. The Repentia will make it in. I'll do the 3 damage in combat. And lose one of those 2 things. Brought some Zephyrim in here. Try and deal with these guys. Brought some more Zephyrim in here with the intention of clearing some Scarabs. And then these warriors are going to have to turn around. Lich Guard for them. I brought some Zephyrim down in the center. Got my rerolls and my invulnerable save buff here. Brought up some more sisters. And I left the multi-melters exactly where they were because they couldn't get within 12 no matter what they did. So they may as well stand still and get that +1 to hit. Well, not getting -1 to hit. I've also dropped out some Repentia from this rhino here by the wall. They're close now to the Lich Guard. They probably will do more than the Flamers will. Flamers here got out. They're going to try and deal with these warriors. Hopefully between them and some bolt guns, we might be able to clear them out. Raising my final banner here. There's a sister squad in there. And that just leaves 2 Penitent engines in reserve. And that is the end of my movement phase. Okay, so shooting phase, I did a couple of shots off camera before the multi-melters and flamers were about to do. I put a lot of stuff into the Catan and managed to still do 0 damage to him. So I'm going to have to fire some multi-melters over there, I think. Try and take off 3 in this shooting phase. I killed 1 warrior from here, wounded some Scarabs in the back here. But now we're going to get into the serious stuff, which is this Flamer squad. Into these, I think 9 warriors left. I killed 1 of them.
Yeah, you have killed one of them.
But I'm going to use the strat again for maximum shots. So 24 shots into them. And then I'll throw a crack grenade at the Lich Guard. These are strength 5 flamers with the sisters, so 3s to wound. You're going to have to get your hands ready for some saves.
Oh, geez, that looks like a lot. So this is probably going to hurt.
4 up saves on warriors.
Can I keep that 6 already?
So looks like you lost 2 for 6 from that.
Cool. So 6 reanimation.
Yep. Check off the casualties first, and then 6 reanimation.
Yep.
Rerolling ones. So half of them reanimate, so I actually only ended up killing 3.
4 in total, still pretty good.
Yeah, and then just quickly the crack grenade. Fails to hit.
Fails the hit.
And then we'll do the multi-melters. This is the squad here. They've still got the 2 cherubs. I'm going to put... I don't know. Do I just put them all into the Silent King again?
Probably would, because you're only going to knock off 3 wounds off the Nightbringer.
Yeah, but if I don't do the 3 wounds to the Nightbringer, when am I going to do it? Right, we're going to...
Without Psychic, I don't think you ever are. With
no,
Living Metal.
I know you're Living Metal him next time. I'll do 3 now.
But the Silent King is a bigger threat over here to
he's definitely a
this
bigger threat.
than the Nightbringer being all the way over there.
Right, well, let's put 6 multi-multi shots into the Silent King and we'll see what happens. I've still got the cherubs for afterwards. Well, they all hit. Good job I didn't move. And they're going to win Silent King on 3s. Oh my goodness. I am going to CP that. Still fails. 5 saves on Silent King's 4 up and vulnerable. So 3 go through. Would you like to CP 1?
Yeah, I will. CP 1.
Oh, 2. Okay. D6 damage. I'm hoping for 5s to kill off the satellite things.
So one tower gone.
And 1's on 1 wound. That was pretty good. I'll probably fire a little bit more shooting in there, see if I can take off that last wound off him. And I've got some more bolt guns and some bolt pistols and storm bolters.
Cool.
Besides that, we'll be back with the charge phase in a second. Okay, so also just the cherubs, like we said, we were going to fire the cherubs from the multi-melters. Needs to be done immediately after the previous shots, which we're going to do now.
Yeah, just to point out that the bolt guns did actually take off another dude from this squad here.
But we should have done that after these multi-melters. So I'm going to fire them both into the Silent King. I'm just going to try and take off this last wound. I know that it's a single wound, and trying to fire the storm bolters and stuff would have been cheeky, but you have to do the cherubs shots now. Uh-oh. 3 to wound. That is a wound. So it's 2. 2 more invuns. I need to use your CP for the turn now. Of course, he's fine.
Disgusting.
So, we can do some charges. We've got some long charges. We've got some interesting charges. I think we will have to come back. There are so many. The key ones I'm actually just going to guarantee. So we'll be back in a second. So the Canoness was the first to go in. I'm using both my Miracle Dice. She moves 11 or 12 inches. She's just going to go and fight those Lich Guard. I've got some Repentia over the far side. They need like a quite short charge. They rolled a 4. I'll just put that by them and then I'll move them in a second. The sisters behind the Repentia, they're going to go 7. I'll put that by them. Zephyrim, both squads here and here need 9s. So we'll start with the furthest one. They rolled an 8, but that is in fact a 9 with the +1 to charges.
Nice.
And the Seraphim squad into the Scarabs, they need a 9 as well. It's only a 4, they won't be making it this turn. They're in a good position though, quite happy with that. Repentia here are going to go into Lich Guard, try and help out the Canoness. And they rolled natural 12.
They want this.
So I'll put those there. And then the sisters are going to go in here. I know I should have done the moves after each one, but it's just for the filming fit. A 2, ooh. They do still make it with a 3 charge. And then I'll put the Rhino into them as well. Which goes 6.
And the Rhino definitely wants to fight.
I think he actually goes 7. I think he gets that bonus as well.
Cool, we can double check that.
Zephyrim here, they need a 9, which is of course an 8. There we go. That's an 11 for them. Then we need to do Repentia, sisters, and them, but we need to do them in the right order. So I'll start with the Repentia. That's going to be a fail.
Yeah.
And I will CP that. But this is the one that's quite short and I should be able to make. That's now of course a 10. Then I will do the Penitent engines next. So the one on my right, 10 or 11 inches, okay. And the other one fails. So one of the Penitent engines makes it in, and then I've got some Sisters of Battle. And
yeah, they don't want that.
4. We'll double check if they're within 5 inches of the target. I don't think they are. That should be enough over there to slow him down. We'll just make all those moves now, and then we will
come back with combat. All right. So, charges are complete. As you can see, there's a lot of carnage now going on everywhere. So we are going to do a couple of the crucial battles on camera.
We can do a bit of this.
Yeah, we're going to do Nightbringing because it's just going to be funny because the maximum I can lose is 3 and then I get to basically take something out of existence.
And then here, I've made these Lich Guard fight last with the Word of the Emperor. If I had another if I had another Miracle Dice, I could turn off their Invulnerable save. I haven't killed any units yet, so I haven't gained any. And then we'll do this off camera just to
Yeah, and the same over here.
Same over here.
Because this is also a pivotal battle, because if I hold, I can hold the middle, and then I can push up the sides. If everything dies, then it leaves a gap, and then I will start to struggle to fill.
So I'm just going to start with punching with the
penitent
these guys.
bite.
I'm just going to try and keep going until I've done 3 damage.
Yep.
You don't need to interrupt because I can't kill you. So you'll just wait until the end.
Yep.
So 5 attacks with the Penitent Engine. He rerolls to hit. And then he's strength 8, so he wins you on 3s. 4 invulnerable saves to make.
Cool.
If you fail 2 of these, you take your 3 damage for the turn. You fail 1, so you've lost 2 this turn. So then I guess we need to do it with the Repentia. We'll just quickly check them.
Yes, because they do get a little bit angry when they charge.
So they're going to be 2 attacks each, hitting on 4s rerolling.
Okay.
So that's 8 attacks.
Sweet.
Hitting on 4s because of the chainswords. And then they're going to wound on 5s, I think. I haven't brought any buffs, I haven't used any strats. No damage from them.
Okay.
So then I guess we need to do it with the Sisters of Battle.
You really want that wound, don't you?
I'd like to do 1 more wound, why not, right? So 7 attacks when you've got a chainsword and a sergeant. They all hit, of course, and they're going to wound you on 6s, I think. Just take 1 save, please. Please fail. Nope, of course not.
Nope. He's an angry boy today. He doesn't.
So Repentia don't get to fight twice anymore. There was no point using the strat for them if they fight on death. There wasn't any point. I think if the other Penitent Engine had come in, I would have made this. But you passed way too many saves.
Yes.
Cool. So he's just lost 2, and then we'll crack on with the middle here.
Yep.
I'm going to start with my Canoness.
Okay.
Now this is Word of the Emperor, which is given you fight last. And I've got Warlord trait for reroll to hit and to wound.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just going to go back real quick. The Repentia are actually Bloody Rose, so they get 1 extra attack each. Which I forgot. So, 1 to wound. Take 1 more save.
Okay.
I was about to
No, it's a 6 again.
No, you can't change the past. So, Canoness gets 5 attacks.
Yep. What strength is she?
She has the Relic.
Okay.
So she's going to absolutely cut you in half.
Yeah, I am toughness 5, but that's not really going to do much here.
No, we'll just quickly see. So strength plus 2, so she is only strength 5, okay. Minus 3 and 3 damage, so if you will be killing people, she gets 3. But she rerolls to hit to wound, which is pretty key. She hits with all of them, and she rerolls to wound. So 4 saves on them, 4 invulnerables. I really wish I had that 1 more Miracle Dice. That's 3 dead.
Oof. Ouchies.
Do you want to CP that, or are you going to hold on to it? Because the Repentia, you're going to have to... It's going to be the same against Repentia.
Yeah, I'm going to CP one of them.
Just CP it now.
Nope.
Okay, so that's 2 die.
Yep.
So that's 4 reanimation protocols rolls. And no.
Nope, so...
2 die. Okay, we'll do the Repentia that are in that fight then, I guess. Repentia, I will remember all their attacks this time. It's going to be 3 attacks each for a total of 12. And I still haven't started counting the dice yet. There's 12 attacks. They're going to hit on 4s. With a reroll. 1 miss, of course. And Repentia are strength 6. So actually going to win the Lich Guard on 3s. So all of those. Do you want to just re-roll these?
Yeah, might as well.
And these are also on your invuln. Plus 1 AP when I charge as well, which makes maybe minus 4, which is insane.
Nice. No wonder people are using massive groups of these.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more dead, and that's the unit.
Yep. So that is that unit gone.
And so because the whole unit was wiped out by 1 attack,
Yep. No reanimation.
No reanimation protocols. That was...
The hole I didn't want to happen, but that's why we have...
I still haven't moved the Zephyrin. We'll pile in the Repentia now into the closest enemy. And then we will come back after we've done a little bit more of the smaller stuff, including this fight here, which is probably win, and this one here, which is just sisters and warriors slapping each other.
So, yeah, we'll come back with Nightbringer hitting back. Because that'll be funny. So we'll be back in a sec.
Right, well, as you can see here, just the Seraphim alone wiped this squad. And then my units here all consolidated and piled in up here, holding the objective. Over here, I forgot these guys get 1 extra attack each for being Bloody Rose. So they did, in fact, do the final wound to him. I just had to do it off camera. Otherwise, he was just going to keep rolling those saves. In the center, obviously, this happened. But then over here, I did very little damage. Just sisters, with only 1 AP into warriors. I killed one came back. We're going to fight with the Catan now here.
Yeah. So Nightbringer is going to take. He's going to do his Reaper sweep
into the these guys at the back here.
Yes.
Because I would normally get Feel No Pain, his Catan powers are actually better against the Armored Sisters. Yes. So if he can take out the guys that have the Feel No Pain, which are these 2 units, he'd be in a much better position. So 2 Entropic Blows into the engine.
Yep.
And then 4 attacks, which becomes 8 with the Sweeping Strike into the Repentia.
Yep. So we're going to do the Entropic Blows first. So hitting on 2s. I'm going to see.
It's damage D6. You might just save the reroll for the damage.
Yeah.
Or you can try and get that through. He's got 5 wounds.
Yeah, save for the damage.
Okay.
Then wounding on 2s. Ooh, just.
2, yeah.
So then damage.
No saves of any kind. Damage.
2, so I can reroll
CP.
that. Into a 6.
6. So I think engines do explode. But not if you roll a 5. And then 8 attacks into the Repentia.
So 8 attacks, hitting on 2s. Get rid of the 2 1s.
Yep. And then because he's strength 7, these are going to win on 2s.
So they all wound.
So 5.
Yep.
And no invulnerable saves.
Yep.
And no Feel No Pains.
Nope.
So
they are 1 damage apiece. So yeah, whole
squad is wiped. So you killed the Repentia squad. So I get a 4 for my miracle dice.
Nice.
All right. Going to do some last little bits with the punching over here, and that'll be the end of the turn. For scoring purposes, that 3rd kill gets you grind them down for this battle round.
Yep.
Because I only killed 2 units, and you killed...
I killed 2 previously, so that takes me then up to 4 because we were drawing.
No, it brings you up to 3. 3 to 2, which means you get the 3 points on grind them down. But Tom is on only 2 objectives, which is still full 10 primary. But I now get Stranglehold for holding more than half of the objectives and more than Tom. Other secondaries, of course, I used 2 Miracle Dice this turn, so that puts me on 3 on that one. You're struggling with engage. You still get engage over here. You might not get engage over there. We'll see. We'll come back with Tom's turn and some more points recap in a moment. That was the end of Necron's turn 3 movement. Another 10 points on the primary at the beginning of the turn.
Yep.
Still looking for engage over here. As you can see, these sisters disappeared. So at the end of the movement phase, the Catan used the Nightbringer special power and did 5 mortal wounds again, just like last time. So wiping the sisters. Like we said, that was the best target for that because of the way that Feel No Pains work. Otherwise, what have you moved, Tom? You've got some warriors here.
These
shooting.
These guys stayed still, just because I want this whole blob to become a problem.
You've got some scarabs over here.
Yeah, scarabs will be back here. If I do charge, I might self-destruct. And then the big boys coming across.
These guys' buffs over here as well. These guys have got my will be done. They've got my will be done. The Thralls can get into combat this turn. We've got some living metal going off, so he's saved some wounds back. You're trying to kill what?
I'm going to try
this turn?
Get rid of them.
Hurt as many of these guys as you can.
Yeah, and try and clear this a bit. This is all kept in combat at the moment, so I'm not too afraid. Especially when the crypto files get now, I can probably hold them. Over here, I'll probably try and tie these up. And the Nightbringer is either going to go for an absolutely mental charge and go for the cannon ass.
Which would kill her very dead.
Yeah, or we're going to have the Titan fight of the Funeral Brigade versus the Grim Reaper, which seems a bit fitting.
So I ended up with a bunch of Miracle Dice in the end. I got one last turn for killing a unit in the combat phase. And then I rolled a pair of 5s for the beginning of the battle round. One from her and one for being sisters.
But yeah, so moving into shooting, I'm just going to work out what I'm going to shoot and what's going where, because the Silent King's in range of a lot of things. So I might split his shots around and try and kill him.
Yeah, you got 2 staff weapons on there, and you've got the 6 damage satellite device. So we'll come back in a second. Firing the Silent King now then. Okay, so he's got single shot?
Yep, so I'm going to put a single shot into them. There isn't anything else in range and the Rhinos in combat for me to throw 6 damage at, so I might as well just annihilate one thing. It would be cool if I could shoot the cannon nest, because then I could just obliterate her off the map, but meh. I'm going to put the Assault 9 into the Repentia, because I don't want them charging these guys, because they will probably hurt.
They probably will.
And it gives me a higher chance of killing them. And then the other shots, the Assault 3, just into them as well.
Sounds good.
So we'll start with the annihilating shot, so hitting on
2s.
Hits.
And wounding on 2s.
Wounds.
Zephyr get a 5 invulnerable save. No, 1 dead.
And then
3 more shots into them.
yeah, we'll do the Assault 3.
2 hits. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
And this has got good AP as well, so I'll take my 5 move on. Oh, 1 more dead.
1 more dead. And then the Assault 9. 2 miss.
I think this is probably...
Strength 8.
No, not this one. This one's not strength 8. This is the 9-shot one, so much lower
Strength
strength.
6, sorry.
Strength 6. Still wounds on 2s.
Yep. It's minus 2-1 damage.
So my 7+ save isn't very useful here, but I will get Feel No Pain. And you can't use Miracle Dice on Feel No Pain. That's not one of the things you're allowed to do. So I'll just Feel No Pain. 3 dead. 1 else still alive.
No, it's not too bad. Better than I thought it would be.
Okay. And we'll just come back. We'll count on some dice to these warriors. They're going to get a bunch of buffs. They're hitting on 2s. They're re-rolling. They're absolutely going to kill something they fire at. So we come back with 20 shots from the warriors. He's going to try and wipe out this Zephyrim squad that's here. He's re-rolling to hit from the Silent King. He's hitting on 2s from I Will Be Done. So a couple of re-rolls in there. Actually, 5 re-rolls, right? That's quite a lot.
Yeah, well, just grab 1 more.
Oh, sorry. Can I roll 2 pluses? Alright, still 2 miss. Oh, fine. They're going to wound me on 3s. And it's minus 2 AP, so they're going to be on the 5-up invulns. Or their 5-up saves.
You're winning on 2s or 3s?
3s, strength 4, toughness 3. So how many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Load me up. Oh, there's no way this is going to go well. Hang on, it worked. Alright, 5-up saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead. That's another squad wiped.
Nice.
1 Repentia, 3 warriors of the Sisters Order.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to fire the Royal Warden into the 1 Repentia remaining. So we'll just pull up his gun, because we know it's a slightly better gun than an Immortal, and it will be Bance. So he is rapid fire 2.
So 4 shots?
Yep, 4 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Not within range of the Silent King. I'm not sure he buffs him
3
anyway.
twos, that's getting me back.
And then what strength is he?
Strength 5.
So 3's to wound the sister.
Goes through. It's minus 2 damage.
Okay, so minus 2. That means we're putting on a 9-up save, by the way. But 2 Feel No Pains. She's okay.
She wants that.
That's hilarious. I wouldn't be okay if I would be okay if she died. Honestly, I'd get another miracle dice. I haven't used any this turn. I should probably have used one in the shooting phase. But like I said, I can't feel no pain. I should have done it with the Zephyrim, but I didn't. I try and use 2 miracle dice this turn. We will come back with some charges.
There's only really one major charge, which is a Nightbringer. I am going to go into the big funeral.
And then I think there's some small arms fire we'll just do afterwards as well.
Being measured as an 8.
Being measured as an 8. That is a 10.
There's a 10. He wants that fight. And it was just the crypto thralls over here that we're just going to go and join these sisters.
Yeah.
Which, 6, they're definitely in.
Well in. Right, well we've got some combats to do then. I think there's a little bit more just tidy up shooting to do.
Yeah.
Are we going to get the Overlord stuck in?
Yeah, you will go running in.
Zephyrim or Repentia?
Zephyrim.
Zephyrim? Yeah, fair enough. 6. We'll check if he's within 7 in a second. And then we'll come into the combat phase. Yeah. So the Overlord was within 7 inches, and he's just done his piling move there. We were just talking it through so that the Canoness wasn't in heroic intervention range and also can't make him fight last. We also did this charge roll here. Then you did like a 2 and they rolled a 10.
Yeah.
We've got the guy on 1 wound there to fight them. But what Tom needs to do first is he needs to fight here first, otherwise I'll interrupt. Because I'm a bit worried about dying here, not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm going to do the entropic stop.
Blow.
So I know blow, but I'm going to stop you.
I'm -1 to hit, and that's really my only defense here.
Yeah.
So losing my invulnerable is a big problem.
2s to wound.
And then d6 damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna save the CP for the damage.
Okay, it's a good idea. Yep, that's what I was thinking about.
2s to wound.
2s to wound.
Oh, sorry, dice. Because they all wound.
It's 4 wounds, and then it's 4d6 damage. Which is CP on the 1?
Yeah.
For a total of 15. So
I can't leave you on 1 wound.
Still alive. Now I have 18, so I'm down to 3. Not the end of the world. On 3 wounds there. Alright, well, we'll just do a little bit of other fighting. I think the Overlord's going to fight here.
Yeah.
But we'll do the Scarabs next.
Yeah, because I'm going to pay 1 command point and blow them up, so...
So on a 2+, you do mortal wounds to me. I always roll 1s on these.
Oh, on a 6, I do,
Still
3.
Yeah. It's always D3, isn't it? 2.
On a 6, that unit suffers 3 mortal wounds anyway.
Oh, it's 3. That's what you get from a 6. Okay. So there's only 2 left, and then you get attacks. So you get 8 attacks with the Scarabs.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Scarabs hit on 5s, but 6s wound automatically. So that's 1 wound so far, and then 3 5s you rolled?
Yeah, 3 5s.
So that's 4s to wound with them. So I have to take a total of 3 saves on my 2 Zephyrim. I'd like to use 2 Miracle Dice this turn, so I might just...
Auto pass?
I might just pass one of these.
Yeah?
But then where would I use my second Miracle Dice? I should have used one in the shooting phase, and I didn't. Like an idiot.
But you could use one over here in combat if you want.
No, because I can only use 1 per phase. Unless I've got a Sing-Relacrum, which they're all dead now. So I will just roll saves.
Yeah.
There's a total of 3, so I'll do them 1 at a time anyway, just in case I want to use it. Saved. Failed. And then I will turn 1 into a 5 with my Miracle Dice. So that is just the Sergeant left in the squad there now, and they lost 4. And if their leadership 8, then one of my 4s will pass morale there, and I will have used 2 Miracle Dice in Tom's turn. We're going to just quickly do the Overlord then?
Yes, the Overlord has the Warscythe. So it gives him +2 strength, so he's got 4 attacks. And he's hitting on a 2.
Pretty standard.
Yeah.
What strength does the Warscythe make? Is it times 2?
Yeah, well, it's +2, so it's strength 7.
Well, that's okay, it's still 2 to wound against sisters.
So 2 wounds.
And then 5 invulnerable saves.
Yep, I go -4, 2 damage apiece.
Okay, well,
So he's just
one dead.
slaughtered one.
Okay, just the sergeant left in that squad now.
Cool.
And then I will do some attacks back.
You've just got
after-
the crypto thralls.
So 6 attacks on the crypto thralls before we go to
Yeah.
me picking. They hit on 4s when they're not near a crypt tech. And they're still strength 5 though, I think, so they wound on 2s. 4 saves on my sisters.
Yep.
1 pass, 3 fails. That was shockingly bad. Maybe I should have saved my miracle dice for these guys. I just lost 3 flamers. Okay, I'll do some attacking now. I'm not sure where, but I get to pick a unit to fight with first, and then we will let you know how it went. Okay, so we did a little bit of fighting around the table, including the Repentia here wiping out the warriors. You still hold this objective, you've got 4 models on it. The sisters piled in and did nothing. Rhino did nothing. They did nothing. I need to just fight here in a minute, but the scarabs did. Sorry, they didn't lose any scarabs. Really, why we came back with the camera is this. So down at 3 wounds puts me on my bottom profile, and that means I lose 4 of my 6 relics. So I think I'm keeping hold of the miracle dice relic because why not? And I'm going to keep the all 6 sacred rites are active.
Yeah.
Because it gives me exploding 6s to hit, and that seems pretty good. I only have 2 attacks, but I always get 4 with my martyred sword, so we'll just do those now. I still hit on 3s, and I still wound you on... You toughness 7?
Yeah.
5s. So take a save, it's an invuln, and you pass it because you always pass these, and then 2 regular sword attacks. 1 hit. And no wounds. So, I hope she survives. They survive. I really do. Maybe I should have used some miracle dice there. I'm not 100%. No, sorry, I've already used one this phase, so I couldn't do that. That's against the rules. Did 0 damage back. I'd have liked to have done 3 there. Just quickly do the final Seraphim, who I've forgotten up until now. He was charged, so she was charged, +1 attack. She reroll 1s because the cannon, she can't reroll 3s. Fails to wound. So sums up my counterattack quite well there, actually. And that brings us to scoring for the end of your turn 3.
Yep.
You've got engaged for 2 here. You killed a total of 1 unit so far.
Yeah.
Wind them down.
Unless morale screws you. But...
Do morale in a second. Auto passing here, or somewhere with my 4 on my. Because I probably need to. Actually, she runs away. Okay, let's do morale. I'm going to auto pass this one over here.
Yep.
And then going to roll for this one. She dies. And no, you don't get to pile enough for morale. Here I lost 3. 8, which should be okay. Here obviously didn't lose any.
Nope.
3 Repentia died. Do they have a special rule about morale? I bet they don't. I bet you just have to roll it. That's a 5. Please be leadership 8. They are okay on 5. And that is it for morale. So that is in fact now 2 units destroyed. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
For the purposes of grind them down. So I need to kill 2 in return and not lose any more. And then your final secondary was data.
Which I haven't really been doing because I've been tied up everywhere.
Yeah, so at some point you need to get some infantry to do some more, otherwise this one's only going to get you the 4 points.
Yes.
So those crypto crowds really need to get into another table quarter and get
They're a bit stuck at the moment.
They are probably on their last legs, those Repentia.
Yeah.
Those guys for breakfast.
Yes. So that's the end of my turn. So moving into turn 3 for the sisters. This will probably be the crucial turn.
So just doing primary now then for the sisters. Tom holds 1, 2.
Yep.
And I hold 1,
2,
2, 3. This one actually 1 model each. We're contested.
Yes.
But I still hold at least half. And
but depending on what you do this turn will probably be the decider, because if I do lose this squad...
Silent King still hasn't really stepped in and done anything.
No, I'm trying to be a bit janky with what I want him to do, but
We will
it
see
requires you to do something that will activate him.
Yeah. Alright, that gonna go to my turn 3 then, I think.
Cool. I'll stay back in the stack.
Turn 3 for the Sisters of Battle. That's a 15 on the primary. 3 more banner points. Putting me marginally ahead, maybe up somewhere between 3 and 10 points, depending on how a few other secondaries go this turn. Probably Tom is going to get 3 on Grind Them Down. Not much I can do about it. But he's lagging behind on engage on all fronts at the moment, and his Scrambler's secondary. But in my movement phase, I got really aggressive with my Canoness, and she's used her Word of the Emperor, Blessing of the Faithful Miracle ability. I used a 4 on my Miracle dice to give her a 3-inch bubble of knowing Vuns in combat versus core and character. And I rolled a 6 on an extra Miracle dice because I killed a unit in the combat phase. If I can kill a unit in the shooting phase this turn, I'll get another one. That would be nice. I'm not sure what I would kill though. So other movement, Seraphim fell back. I don't want to lose any more to for grinding down purposes. It just doesn't seem worth it. Instead, I'll grind it down next turn instead. These sisters just shuffled. They can do some shooting. This guy moved and advanced. He got a really good move. He's allowed to charge. Some sisters moved up here just to hold my banner. I think that means it's still active. This fell back out of combat, so it's going to do very little this turn. But if it lives till next turn, then I'll get another Miracle Dice. I left these multi-melters where they were and moved these sisters up. They're still holding that banner there. Hopefully I win this combat here. It's a shame that I didn't leave someone out of the fight to fight someone else. The Repentia, if they got in against this guy, and he had that no invuln. But I piled into the Crypto Thralls. That might have been a mistake. But to rectify that, I brought on my final Penitent Engine. No energy from the Scarabs. If I can clear them, that'll probably mean I hold the objective. That gives Tom maybe 5 on primer, which is not very much. I'm going to do a little bit of shooting now. I'm going to probably try and take the 3 wounds off the Catan. I might try and do some damage to the beacons on the Silent King. Obviously there's a problem for me at the moment, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about these warriors. We will see. Shooting for the turn is almost done. I managed to get the 3 wounds in here between the flamers and these bolt guns here. Everybody else, including some plasma pistols and some bolt guns and things, fired into the Lord here, leaving this on 1 wound. I think maybe I should have used the flamers over there. That might have taken off the last wound. But I shot the Scarabs instead, leaving them severely weakened. So I'm just going to fire the multi-melters now. And since I've already done the 3 damage to the Catan, they're all going to go into the Silent King. The first one is only going to do 1 damage no matter what I do. Bit of a shame. But I have Miracle Dice here showing a 5 and a 6. So I'm hoping to get those through and do some serious damage. We'll see. Hitting on 3s. 5 hits. And wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Oh no. Do I CP one of these? Yeah, I think I do. Still only 3. 3 invulnerable saves on the Silent King and his tower. You've passed so many of these, especially against multi-melters.
Yeah, but I have used my reroll.
You have used your reroll because it kept
keep the tower.
Because that saves a whole d6 damage. So let's see. You failed 2. So the first one kills the tower.
Yeah, tower's gone.
And then
5G for the Necrons.
Then I'm going to have a quick think, but I'm probably going to use my 5 or my 6 here for damage.
No, that's...
So I'll just come back in the charge phase. So I decided to do the 6 damage, leaves him on 10. He's not quite bracketed, but hopefully I can do that in combat.
Yep.
We're entering the charge phase now, and I'm going to charge with the Repentia first. She shouldn't be within 1 inch of that model. She's been bumped. Into the Silent King, so that if Tom wants to Overwatch, he will kill her dead, no doubt. But then the Canoness will be able to make it in unscathed, is the plan.
I am going to fire Overwatch, because I've still got 10 CP.
Okay, so he's going to have 3 shots with 1 staff.
Yep.
And you need 6s to hit.
Nothing.
And then 9 shots, 6s to hit.
1 6.
Cool. I think that's probably going to win me on like a 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We decided it was strength 5 or strength 6.
So
double check it's strength 6.
that's a 9 to strength 6.
Cool. So that gives you what damage is that?
-2 and then 1 damage.
So 9 plus save, which I fail, and then feel no pain, 5 plus. No, she dies. which is hilarious because now I get a miracle dice at the end of the charge phase. No, I just get it for them, and it's a 1. Excellent. That'll be useful for morale later on.
But that does give me a grind them down.
That's another grind them down. But now the Canoness is going to charge. Rolls a 7 within 9 inches, definitely, because I get the +1 for charging, advancing and charging, so that's definitely in. These sisters here are going to go into the Warriors, shut down their shooting. Not if they roll a 4, they're not. Over here, we've got the engine going in. Going to try and do 3 wounds. He rolled a 10, 11. Oh, he might not get the +1, actually. He might not get the +1 because he's not a sister, so he's not part of an order. I don't think that mattered with their previous charges, but I'm going to remember it on this one. He needs a natural 9. He rolled a 10. So he's going to just move into those scarabs and base them both. I'll probably lose some mortal wounds there, but I do have feel no pain on that unit. Everything else is looking like maybe I could squeeze a sister in, get a little bit more range there, or can I get her in that gap? Probably not. So I haven't really left myself any space. Maybe the minor should have fallen back. All right, well, we'll come back with some fighting. I'm going to stop the... going to make him fight last, because I can.
You need to. If I interrupted, I would...
Yeah, and then that means I can fight over here first.
Slappy slappies with your corpse.
Right, we'll be back with some fighting.
Okay, so going with the Canoness now. We did just have the fight over here with the Nightbringer, and we wish we had just done it because I did just roll the greatest roll ever of a 666 on my save. So Nightbringer is laughing at them over there.
Still on 4 wounds, which still puts him hilariously in the same chance of me killing it next turn, but we're going to do the Canoness now. He wasn't able to interrupt here because I stopped you from interrupting.
Yep.
And then the first thing I'm going to do is spend my 5, my miracle dice, and it's going to turn one of my attacks into a 5 to hit and a 5 to wound, which means that one's already in.
Cool.
And then I get 4 more attacks. Sorry. 5 more attacks, I think, because I charged. And I'm going to reroll to hit into wound, so they all hit. I need 5 to wound, though, which is the problem here. Ooh, 2.
Jeez.
5 wounds. I hope I get 6 attacks when I charge, because that's what I rolled. I probably don't. I probably only get 5. So take 4.
Take 4?
4 saves.
No invulnerable because you turn it off.
Turned off your invulnerable, and I'm minus to the relic. So I am minus 3. Yeah,
So 6s.
minus 4 when I charge.
Oh, so no save.
No save. And I did 4.
Yep.
So that's 12 damage.
Yep.
So I think that just killed the Silent King.
Yep.
Okay, I wish we'd rolled the actual right number rather than that extra one.
But being the Silent King, he is, of course, doesn't go down without a fight. He does actually explode.
Yes. Is it roll 2 dice?
We'll be back in just a second. We're just going to double check. Okay, so we have just double checked it. Yep, it is on a 4+. He will explode. He does explode.
So he hits all units within 2d6 inches for d6 mortal wounds. So how many inches?
So I kind of want a double 1 here, don't I?
This will end the game if you roll high. 7, that's pretty much everybody. So it's going to be my Canoness,
These guys.
Warriors, the Overlord, Repentia
Yeah.
probably, but maybe not the Cryptothals. We'll double check the range.
1 Scarab?
Well, it does d6 damage, right? So
Yeah.
So let's roll. So here, we'll roll a d6.
Come on. That was 6.
Cool. Roll for the Overlord. 6. Roll for my Canoness. 6.
What is going on right now?
My Repentia. Tom. I keep taking these dice away from you. They do roll other things, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely rolled. They're not weighted in any way, shape, or form.
We'll check if they're in range in a second, but
We'll roll it in it. Oh my god!
another dice. I think you've rolled like 7 6s in a row now. Let me just get a tape measure. This is catastrophic. I've got caught.
What's this?
7 inches is out of my sisters.
Okay, is the Scarabs then?
No, they're not even in either. You'll ignore that. Scarabs are in. Roll d6. They take 5, so that actually wipes them because... No, sorry, it doesn't. 1 was wounded, that's 3, and then you take 2 more, leaving 1 on 2 wounds. And my Walker is within 7, so d6 damage to me. 6. Goodness gracious. Right. So I'm going to do some Feel No Pains now before this gets out of hand. So this is the 5-up Feel No Pains for the engine.
Yep.
He passes through them. These dice are really good. So he's taken 3 damage. He's down to 2. The Repentia here who took 6. They pass 2. There is only 4 of them. Those they do in fact all die.
At least that's to grind them down.
Oh my god, grind them down is insane this turn. Let's that do.
Does it count for me killing my own stuff as well?
The Canoness dies, and I'm going to spend a CP to get D3 miracle dice when she dies,
Okay.
rather than 1. I think that's how it works. I'll just 4. Sorry, that's not 4. It's 2 miracle dice. And I think it's a 4 and a 5. I will double check the stratagem after we're done, but this got insane.
Yep.
Overlord is just dead. Nothing you can do about that. 6 warriors die, and they don't get reanimation protocols against mortal wounds.
No.
So they'll be taking leadership check this turn, so it might be grinding down for me.
Do you want to just double check the Royal Warden as well?
No, he's out.
He's out, just, okay.
If you'd rolled higher, then that would have included him.
Jeez.
So we can do a little bit more combat. I'm going to probably use my engine to kill the Scarab. I lost my Repentia, but they didn't charge, so I mean, it's fine. And then we're going to do this guy.
Yeah, he gets to hit back, and then...
And that'll kill him, that's no problem.
Yeah, so we'll just remove...
6 warriors. That's insane. Right, and then my Canoness is dead. I think she did the business, though.
That had to be, what, 7 6s in a row?
Yeah, plus the 3 you rolled off camera for the...
Yeah.
The
So it's 10 6s that I've rolled.
something crazy like that.
Jesus. That's probably the best roll I've ever done in my entire career.
I'm just going to quickly kill this Scarab.
Yeah.
I reroll to hit. Okay. And then I think I would probably wound a Scarab on 2s, but I definitely wound on 3s. It's 4, you don't get a save, they do 2 damage
Nope.
each. The
So
Scarab's dead.
yeah, Scarab's dead.
We're going to do the Nightbringer now.
Yep.
Does he get 6
Does
attacks?
get 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s because there's no minus.
Yeah, that was a different unit.
He's going for the heavy attack as any single unit.
That's 1 too many dice.
1 too many. Strength 14.
Yeah, I don't get Feel No Pains or anything,
Yeah.
and it's damage d6, so just roll 4d6.
And yeah.
I think Penitent Engines explode, but not on that one.
No, nothing's going to be as epic as the Silent King going up in a ball of flame.
Okay, that was insane, and that means that,
Yeah, it's just the crypto thralls to attack as well.
and that's probably sealed the game.
Yeah, so we will add up. Well, what we do, we'll have a quick add up. We'll come back for a quick
Recap the end of turn
recap of
3.
the turn, and then we'll see where we are. If it's still a viable game, yes. If not, then we'll go through. So we'll see you guys in a second.
So after resolving all of that, we did a little bit of morale. The warriors here passed, cleaned up all the casualties, killed off the scarabs, holding here, and I think we're going to call it there. So we've been totting up the points at this point, and the Necrons will only get 5 at the beginning of their 4th turn, and the chances of them getting more than 5 on their final turn is very slim. My secondaries, on the other hand, I'm probably going to max that with no problem at all.
Yeah.
Because it's only 20 more points. The Nightbringer here on 4 wounds goes up to 5. She can kill. There's sisters in this building. There's the character in this building. But I will continue to hold more than 3 for primary. It looks like I can't fail on Stranglehold again from this point. You're going to really struggle with Engage with only the 1, 2, 3 units. You get 2 more points on that. But it's putting me so far ahead. You've got some scarabs here, but they're not really doing much. It looks like you won't get any more on scramblers.
Nope.
It's a tough one because they're completely surrounded you, penned you in. Grind them down. From this point forwards, you'll get a couple of kills in 1 turn, and then you'll probably lose a couple of units. The warriors are really thin on the ground now. The Overlord, the Royal Wardens there. Can clean up the scarabs. Between the multi-melters and a few other things, even though I'll lose a lot more units before the end of the game, I think that this one's going to be a win, and we'll just come back in a minute with our final thoughts, but we are going to call it there at the beginning of Battle Round 4, where I just rolled up for my Miracle Dice, and I now have 6 of them I don't have anything to do with, which is probably going to help me score my secondary Faithful.
Well, that was a bit of a spectacular ending with me blowing up the Silent King for a million sixes.
Yeah, like how many times did we have to try to record that to get that to do that? First of all, to explode, and then to get a decent range on it.
Yeah.
And then all those sixes to end the game nice and quickly because we got to go home. That's not true. We didn't do any of that. That was just insane, and that ended the game.
Yeah, that just turned it because my plan was kill the Canoness, then he move in and start killing the other stuff. But okay, well, he did kill other stuff.
Yeah, that's true. You
kind of did my plans.
You did all sorts of stuff, but there'll be 2 more turns of scoring.
Yeah.
And you got very little on primary, like we said. I had a maxed out primary. I missed the max score by 7.
Yep.
Which I could only ever have got 97 anyway, because of the way that the secondaries work for the Acts of Faith. But I had loads of dice left for doing Acts of Faith during your turn, during my turn to get loads more points. And to continue to get Stranglehold the whole rest of the game. So I missed that by 3. And I think that ended the game. Like, if you calculate out to the end of turn 5, I ended up with like 90 something.
Yeah.
Or,
59.
just 60-ish, 59. Really, really good. I think we're both learning these codexes.
Very much so.
So we've got the units down. We've got the what they do. Now we just need to use their strats better.
Yeah.
We both had a lot of CPU left at the end of the game. There's a bunch of sisters strats I didn't use. I used some expensive ones, like the Flamers and stuff. They didn't work so well.
Yeah.
I used some +1 rune strats. Didn't work so well. There's a bunch of Necron strats I need to learn to use. Loads of them. But things like ignore cover and 6s to hit auto wound strats.
Yeah.
When you're just firing a sister squad, you're going to kill them anyway.
So there's no
you got 10 Gauss Flayers. I mean, you're going to absolutely kill 5 sisters. There's no point spending CP on that. So maybe some more relics. Maybe a Pharaon.
Maybe.
Spend those extra CP that the Silent King brings you. Get some more money will be done on the table. That was a lot of fun. I can't wait to play some more sisters games.
Definitely.
So much carnage in combat. That combination of reroll to hit and to wound.
Yeah.
Ignoring vulnerable saves. I gave myself 1 extra attack, but then I took it away again. So I think that's quite reasonable. I think it was absolutely brutal. I cannot believe she did 12 damage to Szarekhan in combat with her Blessed Sword. And then I don't think I used my centerpiece model as much as maybe I should have done.
No, it was hidden at the back, so I had to go and find it.
That's true. I think maybe it might have been better off with the... I guess I could advance that model.
Yeah.
I know I can get it stuck in. I can get right at the table, give out buffs to the Repentia, or the Retroluters maybe, who just got out and they did nothing with their the Flamer girls got out and they did nothing with their Flamers. But just surrounding you from all sides with Deep Strike and Outflank
was enough.
Just penned you in and beat you on the secondaries in the primary game.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that was a fantastic game. Thanks for coming down, as always said. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video if you want to keep up with what the channel's up to. We also have Instagram and everything, which is just down below. Same with the list. If you've got any questions, always feel free to comment as well. We do always
and any mistakes too, let us know.
Yeah,
we would like to read the comments.
Always learning. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.